beautiful creative soul, and welcome back to another episode of Chakra-Care for the creative soul. I am so happy and grateful that you're here this Sunday. Today's show is going to be a little of a shorter show because I want you to catch Sri and Kira's October predictions that'll be playing at 12 noon on the same channel, the same station, and you're not going to want to miss it. They're only on once a month. So please, know that. And that's why today I just felt guided to speak to this topic that is so important right now. It's all about, gracefully moving beyond burnout so we can shine bright. And hello, my name is Pollyanna Blanco. If you're catching the show for the first time, I am a sacred self-care coach and a quantum, I'm getting all excited here, a creative midwife, a quantum energy healer and practitioner, a chakra dance facilitator, an intuitive guide and spiritual teacher and transformational teacher, and also an author of 2 books. So it's a pleasure and a joy to be here with you today. And when I asked Spirit to guide me on what to share in today's episode, it really, hand on heart, came through so clearly that a message that I really feel is important for the collective right now is to speak to this topic of burnout, especially with beautiful light workers like yourself. Because when we are so passionate about shining our light bright in the world, we care so much about contributing to heaven on earth and making this a harmonious, balanced, loving place, a peaceful place where we can all flourish. There is a shadow side to all of that. And I have been dancing with that on my own inner awakening journey now for 20 years plus. And one of the things that has been revealing itself to me louder and louder, and I'm so happy and grateful for that, is how important it is to care as much for ourselves as we care for the world. And this is about that inner perfect balance. And so today I'm here to share with you the multidimensional ABCs. And that is what Spirit actually gifted me right before coming on the show today. I knew I wanted to speak to this topic of burnout, and this is the download that just came through. So I am so happy and grateful. And the beauty of it is the way I receive this download is by practicing the multidimensional ABCs. And so I'm going to share that with you today because I feel that it's some juicy, good, shareable, practical, live your talk, light your walk words. And it lit me up. When I first came into the studio, I'm going to be completely transparent. I've had a joyous weekend. I was at the Vintage Show Toronto yesterday with a couple of dear girlfriends, and we've both been, all of us have been through so much. And it was just felt so good to connect again, and like no time had passed. And that was just so lovely and wonderful. And the day just sort of flowed, and there was this sense of continuity in my life and in their lives. And it was just sort of this lovely day of following the joy juice. And it really lit me up. And this morning when I got into the studio before going live here, even with lots of rest, even with having a joyous day yesterday, I felt, in all honesty, especially when I saw the reflection back here, that my light was a little dimmer. I wasn't feeling 100% lit up. And my wholehearted intention of doing this show is to be that what do you call it, a lighter that will also spark something in you through something that I share. And I'm trusting that what I am feeling guided to share will offer that to those who feel called to listen, because it is so easy for us to dim our light. And the past 3 months have been intense. There have been a lot of shifts happening, whether we're consciously aware of them or not. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you're definitely consciously aware of shifting happening, and you've been experiencing perhaps purging, all kinds of maybe even old emotions coming up to the surface to be released, and sometimes finding yourself being pulled back down a little bit or a lot into the mosh pit of life with them. I've witnessed in myself and in others who are beautiful, beautiful earth angels, this stickiness, this pull, this energy that is seeking to distract us with all of the density drama, to keep us feeling that we need to recycle old stories and be hard on ourselves. And so today I'm really here to say that it's October 1st and hand on heart. I'm so happy and grateful we've all made it to this point together, because today the energies are really starting to shift. I'm not sure if you've been noticing that yourself. I've been really sensing this harmony and this joy and this balance that really wants to anchor itself in. It really wants to catch, our attention, so that we really pay attention to what we're consciously choosing. One of the things that has become omnipresent in my own life through my daily practice with my sacred self-care is that the ego mind isn't going anywhere. It's our bodyguard. It's just doing what it's programmed to do. It's trying to keep us safe. And sometimes the best place for it is in the backseat of the car with a juice box and a cookie. And yet, in those moments where we're clearing out so much old consciousness, old levels of energy, it can be a little tricky to navigate. And so this is where the burnout piece comes in. This tendency to be focused so much on what we can give to others out of the goodness of our hearts and souls, out of the generosity, the beautiful generosity of our spirit, and trusting that, it's all going to help everyone. And the shadow part of it is at the same time being so focused on giving and sharing our joy that we can miss where we are overlooking, is what I feel called to say, those little signals and signposts that we need a little more TLC. We need a little more hand on heart, breath, love, presence. And it's so subtle sometimes because it feels so good. It feels so good to help others. And the one person we can overlook is ourselves. The one person we can put on the back burner is ourselves. I know this. I've been a classroom teacher now for 26 years, going on 27 years. And every day when I go to work, I'm teaching art full time right now. I love showing up for my students. I love seeing each day as a fresh new page. And at the same time, I've become very conscious, and I know a lot of you have service professions, all kinds of callings in life where you're giving so much during the day. And not only are you giving so much, you're giving from that pure-hearted place because you are an earth angel, you are a light worker, and you're in all different you're operating in all different facets of life. Whether you have got a healing practice, or whether you're in sort of, a more, mainstream kind of job, an accountant even, there is this tipping point where it can be so easy. And I keep saying this, feeling guided to say this over and over again, to overlook ourselves and to get lost in the shuffle. So I want to jump in now and speak to the multidimensional ABCs that downloaded through me because I feel they're really helpful and they're so simple. And today, the guidance for the sharing is when we are in that frantic go, 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 which in my own experience, sometimes because I felt so passionate about what I'm doing, and I still have to be mindful of this, it's easy for me to lose all sense of time and space because I love what I'm doing. I love creating, I love sharing. And oh, yeah, when did I eat? Oh, do I need to go to the washroom? Those are practical things. And also, how am I doing right now? What is sort of coming into my conscious awareness? What thoughts are bubbling up? Am I noticing them? Or am I just so focused on the next step, the next step, the next step that they're starting to seep in and I'm not noticing them? And over time, they're gradually pulling me into a place of disconnection, out of alignment with my divine source, my expanded self. And then, oh, why do I feel so exhausted? Why do I feel so tired? Why do I feel like I've hit a wall? And this is the slippery slope that I've experienced in my own journey. And there's many pieces to it. And I will be speaking a lot more about it because this whole program is about restoring the sacred to your self-care. However, today I felt a lot of guidance just to keep it simple because one of the things that came through really loudly and clearly is depending on where you are on your inner awakening journey. Some of you have been on your inner awakening journey for decades, and others watching this might be just awakening because so many people are waking up on the earth right now. It's so beautiful. And especially, this is a message if you're just beginning your inner awakening journey. I know in my own journey, and it was wonderful, I looked to all kinds of books and people outside of me to tell me, oh, it's the full moon. I need to burn X, Y, and Z. And that was wonderful guidance. And I took it in without checking in with myself first to see if it was what my body, mind, and soul needed. In other words, I got caught up, is what I'm trying to say, in all the things I thought I had to do in order to connect with the divine, to get everything right. And there was this experience of my ego self kind of still running the show and telling me, oh, if I don't use Palo Santo or I don't put my hands on this part of my body at this time, I will somehow be um, doing it wrong. And what I just want to hand on heart and invite everyone to know is that this kind of self-talk can get so loud when we've been burning the candle at both ends. Maybe we've been pursuing a passion project. We've just been lit up from inspiration, and then all of a sudden we feel like our light is dimming, the negative thoughts are coming in, we're waking up tired even if we've slept a lot. And what actually, in my humble experience, I know has happened in my own journey is this invitation to keep things really simple, to keep things really simple, to go back to the ABCs, the multidimensional ABCs. So, hand on heart, here they are. And the first one is all about a tune. Change the radio station. And by that, I mean literally when we are going, it's so easy to listen to the radio station of our ego mind that starts dropping in negativity bombs, uh, you know, pop-ups, if you will, like we have on the internet into our daily experience. And when that happens, we're already in that place where we're feeling disconnected from our spirit, from the divine. And it can be so easy to start to believe those thoughts and take them in as true. So how I like to attune, and I encourage you to try it or to find the way that you feel called to do it, is to take one deep, actually 3 deep, Ave Saw breaths. The very first part of the breath, the inhalation, if you're not already familiar with the Ave Saw breath, is to breathe in with holding the intention, the beautiful intention of opening to the divine. And then on the exhalation, surrendering everything that is seeking to keep you distracted to the divine and allowing a beautiful smile to form on your face. So let's try one Ave Saw breath together, because we're going to be moving into our practice momentarily. We'll just warm up here. Hand on heart. Let's share an Ave Saw breath together. Ave Saw. Beautiful. B. So A is attune. B is be here now. Be here now. Be here in the present moment. Hand on heart. Feel the warmth of your heart on your hand and the warmth of your hand on your heart. And really allow everything to just get quiet. Closing your eyes is a great way to do that, connecting within. And then the C is calm. Focus on calm and connection. And by that, as you continue to breathe, again, I like to use the Ave Saw breath because I find it such a beautiful and simple practice that I can use at any moment of the day when life gets frantic and crazy. It's simple, it's easy, it's profound. And the calm happens because I literally allow my nervous system to downregulate itself. I literally invite a higher perspective to witness myself having the moment I'm in. And by connecting with that higher presence, the calm is sustainable. It is a beautiful reminder every time we start to feel like we've stuck our finger in an electric socket, because trust me, I've been there so many times. And oh my gosh, it is not a fun experience, especially, and it can be very confusing. And that's where we can often drop down into places that take us into a lot of old energies that are not who we really are. And the best way to give yourself a rope ladder out of that mosh pit of life is to place your hands on your heart and to breathe. Ave Saw. So that is my message for all of you beautiful creative souls today who are watching this live or on the replay. And I'm going to check right now before I go to our practice, because I'm going to end this call a little earlier today out of respect for the next show that's going to be on the air very shortly. And I'm just going to check here to see if there are any questions. No, there are. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lars. I'm not wearing my glasses right now. I'm going to pop them on because I want to make sure I get your name right. Oh, Lars, thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching live. That's awesome. Okay, so now we're going to move into our practice, and we're going to keep it really beautiful and simple because, like I shared before, the ego mind, in my own humble experience, will tell us we need to get out a million, spiritual tools, have the perfect moment in the perfect setting, and then we don't give ourselves the gift of sacred self-care. We say, I'll do it later. I don't have time now. And the truth of the matter is, you have time. The power of your choice activates and restores the sacred to your self-care. And this practice, I have this beautiful vision in my heart and soul, and I'm so grateful to this Ave Sa practice from Shri and Kara. I always mention that, and I realize I'm mentioning it a little bit late in the call today. I do want to mention it, that it is from my beloved teachers who will be coming on at 12 noon. And this breath is, I would love this breath, and this is why I share it so much, to become as natural and as automatic as so many of the things we tend to default to. And as we begin to anchor this new earth together, imagine a whole world of people using this breath at moments where they start to notice the flutterings in their stomach, or the racing thoughts, or they start to yawn and they notice, oh my goodness, I think I haven't stopped and given myself a break. And this month in October, as we move into our practice, I really want to invite all of you to consider for yourself how often you give yourself the gift of rest. Rest is not laziness. Rest is essential. Rest is essential for integrating and moving forward with clarity and with compassion for yourself and others. The old paradigms around hustling and pushing on are dissolving. And when you invite in these practices, these simple sacred self-care practices into your life, the way Spirit is guiding me to share it right now is you will be attuning to the new vibration of the earth as it moves forward. Whereas we all have free will choice, and if we continue to practice the old belief systems that pinch us off from knowing our expanded self and the inner riches that are within us right now, life will start to feel harder and harder and harder. And so this is the rope ladder, as I see it, to joy, to peace, to love, to stepping onto the highest timeline that is available for us in this now moment, and to collectively anchor a beautiful new earth together. So with that, I'm going to invite you to place your hands on your heart and invite you for the next few minutes, couple of minutes, to, if you've been experiencing a lot of go, go, go in your life, to offer yourself the gift of doing the complete opposite of that. The practice that we are going to practice today is just be. You can be with the Ave Sa breath, hands on heart. You can feel guided to place your hands wherever you can scan your body with your hand and allow your hand to drop and place itself wherever it feels guided, and bring your attention inwards and send love to yourself. It's that simple. You've got to interrupt the doing and make some space and time just to be. And with that, I'm going to give you a moment to enjoy that with yourself, as I do the same with myself. Enjoy. Thank you for giving yourself the gift of doing nothing and just being with yourself. I invite you to check in with yourself in this now moment and notice in just a couple of minutes how everything is for you in this now moment. To feel the profundity of this gift you just gave yourself and how easy it is to offer yourself this gift as often as often as you share your sacred soul gifts with the world to others. And if you are just beginning your awakening journey, if you would like some extra support and guidance with that, I have a very special soul gift for you, and it is Creating Calm in a Crazy World by Balancing Your Chakras. It's on a special light offer until October 22nd, and you can click the links underneath this to connect with me to learn more. On next week's show, I'll make sure I have the link specifically for that offering. In the meantime, you could always just send me an email. I want to wish you a wonderful week ahead. Really, really know that you make a difference in this world, that your presence, your light is needed so much on this planet right now. And no matter what is swirling around you in life right now, you deserve to take care of yourself because you are needed and you are making a difference. And so it is not selfish to care for yourself. It is responsible, and it is a gift to the world when you care for yourself. So, hand on heart, love you, and hope to see you back here, same time, same channel next Sunday. Wishing you infinite creative blessings and infinite creative abundance. Lots of love and light. Be well, beautiful creative soul.